Good morning, class 6. I am Anil Bhagat, your science teacher from Modern International School, Hiswa. Welcome back to our e-learning program. Today, in this video lecture, we will discuss about chapter 4, that is sorting of materials into group. Sorting of materials into group. So, we had already discussed this chapter once. Now this is the revision lecture of this chapter. So first of all, we have to understand that in our day-to-day life or in our everyday life, we separate things depending upon their properties. The best example is our home. Like in our kitchen, we only store those things which are related to food. In our kitchen, we only store those things which are related to food. In our study room, we only keep those things which are related to our study or some documents. In our bedroom, only those things are there which help us to feel comfort and sleep. So in this way, in our day-to-day life, we group things depending upon their properties or depending upon our need. Like if we observe our classroom, so whatever present in the classroom, it only help us to study, nothing else, and just it help us to make our study interesting, means study with a lot of fun and understanding also. In the same way, if you collect things from your surroundings or from the places where you are normally go and spend your time, you will find a lot of things. And if I told you that now start separate those things depending upon a criteria, that separate edible things, means those things which can be eaten in one group, separate those things which are round in one group, separate those things which are sharp in one group, and separate those things which are blunt in one group. So you will find that apple is a edible thing and apple is also round. So here we give priority to the edible and we put the apple in the group of edible things. So in this way, there are several categories depending upon which we sort materials into groups. Now comes the next important point, that is classification. So there is a very simple definition of classification, that grouping same type of materials in a place is called classification, or grouping similar things together is called classification. So why do we need to classify things? Very simple. If you enter a library and if you want to study about science, and if that library is open access system, means the readers are allowed to go and choose the book they want to choose, and they are allowed to sit and read. So the librarian just simply show you the corner that okay, that corner science books are kept, you can go and choose as per your need. Or if it is a closed access system where readers are not allowed to enter the library or the area where books are kept, they just need to ask the library that okay sir, I need a science book, the author name is this or the publication name is this, please give me. Librarians generally took 2 to 5 minutes to take the book from the whole lot of books. So how this is possible? Because they classify those books depending upon different categories, and whenever you tell them the name of publication or name of author, they will simply go and search and take out the book and give it to you in 2 to 5 minutes. So this is the beauty of classification. If you classify things, you can get things easily. So here also we are going to classify things, that is grouping similar things together. So it helps us to search anything easily. It helps us to know that which things are placed where. Like in a shopkeeper, there are several things, but if you go and ask a shopkeeper that, sir, I need a Lux soap, then that shopkeeper certainly moved to a certain corner and from that took the soap and give it to you, because that shopkeeper knows very well that, okay, that is the corner where I got the soap, where I got that soap in a shop. So this is the way classification helps us. And one more thing, if you take one simple object from the group, you can study the whole group from that one simple object or thing from the group. So this is the beauty of classification. Now comes the different properties of matter, but before that we must understood that what are the objects made of. Suppose there is a different type of objects in your room. Suppose that door behind me, that window in my room, my bed in my room, my chairs in my room. So if you see there are different things, different shape, different color, but they all are made up of wood. So wood is a material, and this door, window, chair, bed, these are the different objects are there. So one object may be made of one type of material, or you can say many objects may be made up of one type of material. So wood is a material, and there are many things, many objects that are made by wood. In the same way, the objects are made by different type of material. Like right now I am using a plastic chair. See, plastic chair, that wooden door, my books are made up of paper. So different materials and different things, or maybe different materials are used to make one thing. So this is the way, or these are the different way by which the objects or materials are present in our surrounding. Now there are two type of materials. Number one, natural. Number second, artificial. So natural materials which we get from the nature, wood, iron, stone. And number two, the materials we prepared in the laboratories, like stainless steel, copper, and several other type of material. Plastic is the best example for man-made material. So this is the way we use these materials to make different type of things. Now which material to choose to make what type of thing, it depends upon the nature or the property of the material. So what are the different type of properties? So first of all, there is a appearance, that what material is appeared. Is it appear in good, or is it appear dull, not good, look different from each other? So this is how, depending upon the appearance also, we use different type of materials for making different type of things. Next comes the shining property. The material is shiny or not. Like we only use gold to make jewelry. We don't use iron to make jewelry, because gold is more shiny than the iron. The same way, for metals, there is a particular word called luster. This word called luster for metals only, and the meaning is shining. So metals are normally lustrous. and these lustrous metals are used for making different type of jewelries. Then comes the hardness and softness. Like iron is a hard substance. If you want to press it, you keep going on, it will not, you're not able to press. In the same way, plastic is there, cloths are there. If you press them, you are able to press a little bit. So these are, some materials are very hard, some materials are very soft, some materials are brittle also. If you hit them with a hammer, they will break. But metals are ductile. Ductile means if you hammer them if you hammer these metals, you are able to prepare wire from these metals. You are able to prepare sheet from these metals. That is called malleability or malleable. That is, you can prepare sheet from the metals. So these are the different types of properties of a metal. They are sonorous also. If you hit them with an object, they will produce a different type of sound. So this is called sonorous. So these are the different properties of a metal. Next comes the property is called solubility. There are some substances, if you mix with the water, they will mix, like salt, sugar. There are some substances, if you mix with the water, it will not mix, like sand, sawdust, and there are chalk is also there. So if you try to mix them with water, they will not mix. So these are the different type of materials. Some are soluble, some are not soluble. Then there are two types of liquids. Some liquids are mixed with water, so they are called miscible liquids. Some liquids does not mix with water, so they are called immiscible liquids. Like alcohol mixed with water, so it is called miscible liquids. Like oil, it will not mix with water, so it is called immiscible liquids. In the same way, there are some gases which mix with water. We studied about carbon dioxide and oxygen. These two gases mix with water, and this way animals and plants survive inside the water, that is aquatic plants and animals. So these are the different types of properties of a material. Some materials float in the water, some materials sink in the water. So those materials, they have higher density. From the water, they will sink. Those who have less density from water, they will float. Like density is mass per unit volume. The density of a substance is mass per unit volume. So those materials which have more dense than water, they will sink. Like iron, they sink. Some substance which have less denser than water, they will float. Like ice, wood, they will float easily. So mass per unit volume, remember, mass per unit volume is the density. Then comes a next set of properties. There are some substances through which light can pass. They are called transparent substances. There are some substances through which light can pass partially. They are called translucent substances. There are some substances through which light cannot pass. They are called opaque substances. So depending on these properties also, we can separate things or materials into different groups. So class, these are the different topics of this chapter we had just discussed now. See this video again and again. If any problem, ask me, class. You can also see the revision, the previous lectures related to this chapter. If you subscribed my channel from YouTube, or you can go and search those videos. I hope you will find those videos. See those videos also. They will also help you because there are detailed discussion of this chapter. Here I discuss this chapter only in summarized way. You just get the simple things from chapter. So class, have a nice day. Be safe at home. Thank you.